across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check three.
They'll run with Elliott. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Elliott. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go, get out there.
Now Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 48.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 26 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Running right, this is Ingram. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now Austin. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 62 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check 52, check 99, check 99. Hey, check 24, check 24. Watch twist, watch twist.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Jackson dancing to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are on second down. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
It's fourth down.
Go to 54, go to 54, right? Switch the mic right here. We go mic 40, mic 40. Watch QB.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Check 24, check 24. Kill, 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 kill.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And they get this to Austin. It's a jet sweep. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Check pass, check pass.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Sets up 4th down.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff?
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the 1st.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. Finds Roberts left side. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
We got 3. We got 3.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Then again, it's Ingram. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here at Arlington. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll buy some, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
You got 3 down.
Here's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Motion. Here we go, 47.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Gun. Check. Kill. We're going to 54.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to...
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 54 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
47.
Again, it's Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here's Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
It's going to be a long day. Here we go, 47. 46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, D-line, let's get it.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ready? 54 Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike's 54.
Ingram again, a first down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their plays.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Hey, one set. Check right 54. Right 54. Let's go.
Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with 4 seconds remaining. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. The same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A second down throw for Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Prescott. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurt. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch out, watch out. Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
first down. Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A pass there complete to Sutton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Here's Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd and 12, Flacco. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain it.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run with Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
I like the play call. Go to the play action, see if you can sneak your tight end out there and find him open in the end zone.
And just defensively, they weren't fooled and able to bat it away. Here's Flacco, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Hey, 20. You're over here. You're over here. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Hey, Monday.
Flacco from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
Let's go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Parks. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really competent throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he's got this down to the 35. So offside's the call, and they understandably declined it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott. Binds, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And all the way down to the 37. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yianna.